Hi guys, you are watching me make cakes for my clients while I review Love is Blind, the final weddings of Love is Blind season 3, the final weddings of Colleen and Matt and Cole and Zeneb. These people are going to stress me out. I already feel it. Because here's the thing. Okay, so I predicted in the last one I did in my last cake and chat that SK and Raven would both say yes. SK said no. Predicted Alexa and Brandon would both say yes. They did both say yes. And predicted Nancy would say yes. Bartiz would say no. So said, so done. And like these two couples here are the ones that stress me out a little bit because Cole, no, not Cole. Jeez. Colleen and Matt. Colleen and Matt are the ones who take me out of the whole this is a show, this is an experiment, is kind of entertainment like vibe. Because it's like Matt cannot handle his anger and it's really, really, really scary because there's no ceiling to his anger. He just keeps getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And it makes you feel as though if there weren't cameras there, if there weren't people watching, like you would be worried for Colleen's safety. And it's like, I have been like praying. She said no. Because I knew he was going to say yes because he's all in. But I was praying just for like her literal safety. Like, I'm not even trying to be dramatic because there's nothing wrong with getting angry. Everybody gets angry. But when Matt gets angry, it feels dangerous. And that's when it takes me from, oh, this is just a TV show. Like, nah, this is somebody's real life. That's somebody's daughter. Like, anything could happen. It feels scary. And then now, Zenab now, I want her and Cole to get married just off the simple fact, like, I just want her to find love. I want her to be in love and I want her to be treated right because unfortunately, Zenab's mother died when she was younger, and then after that, her father died, so she was kind of an orphan like, but she ended up being raised by her stepmother. And it was just like when she was trying on her dress, like Colleen summed it up perfectly because she was trying on her dress. Like her mother had her sister in England on FaceTime, and she's just talking about how her dad would have loved this, her mom would have loved this, and what they would say. And it was just like everybody's waterline was working overtime to keep the tears back. Like all the other brides to be were there with their mothers, and they did a scan in the room. Like everybody's eyes were just like, but I couldn't hold it back. I actually started to cry because it's like she's just the sweetest, and just to hear her talk about her mom and dad not being there, it was just heartbreaking. And Colleen even said it because when Zenab turned to go back into the dressing room, they turned to Colleen and she was like, that was heartbreaking. And I was like, yes, like, and then they scanned the room, like everybody was breaking down. It was just sad. And I just really want the best for Zeneb. And she loves Cole, so I guess like if it is Cole, I guess it is. My thing with Cole is like sometimes he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because sometimes he'll like be this sweet, mature, like intelligent, sensitive, caring guy, and then next minute he's a child. And there's like nothing's wrong with like being silly and goofy, but it's like he is like silly and goofy at the most inopportune times. Like she came home and he was making dinner. He wanted to make sweet potato fries and chicken. So obviously you'd make the chicken first. Chicken takes long to cook, and then do the sweet potato fries. But no, he's doing sweet potato fries first, and then doing the chicken. And Zanab is like, "Why are you doing the fries first?" And he's like, "Well, you'll eat the fries as you go along, and then you'll eat the chicken afterwards." And she's like, "Seriously?" And then she kind of takes over cooking the chicken. And my man has no salt, no pepper, no seasoning on this chicken. He just put 2 plain chicken breasts in this frying pan. And she's just trying her best. She's like, you have no seasoning on it. And it's like in the middle of frying the chicken for him, he just takes out this Nerf gun and starts shooting balls at her. And she's just like... And then eventually they had a fight. She was just like, I love you and I want to be with you. And he's just saying like, I don't feel it. I don't feel it from you sometimes. And then he calls her bipolar. Nah, and that pissed me off because it's like, don't play like that with me. Don't play like that. Because it's like, if you're joking, even if you're joking, don't joke like that. And if you're serious, nah, we can go discuss that. And eventually she like runs out, but then he goes back to her and they both say they love each other and they're gonna give it a try and blah 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 blah. And then they went to the bachelor and bachelorette parties. But I don't know. Let's see if they say I do. Okay, so now it's time for Cole and Zanab's wedding, and like I'm mad again because they're like showing like the previous clips from their like their relationship, and it's like Cole pissed me off so much during the season because it's like he really doesn't get women. Zanab just wanted him to hype her up and make her feel beautiful. That's all. But then, she, which is wild, asked him to rate her. And he was like, she's a 9, but clean, which was his other interest in the pods that he said no to because Colleen just refused to go deep. She was just always super surface level. And he was really able to connect with Zanab. He was like, oh, Colleen's a 10. It's like, seriously, you don't need to say that to your girl. You don't. Just by the way, Colleen is this short, beautiful ballerina blonde girl. And Zanab also is stunning, gorgeous. She, I think, is like Arab or Desi or some mix. She's a brown girl, and it's just like Cole doesn't know how to put things across. Instead of focusing on Colleen being a 10, he should just focus on his girl. And just be like, it doesn't matter what anybody else is. Only body I'm looking for, I'm checking for is you, and baby, you are beautiful. Something like that. But it's just like, anyways, let's get this over with. And this B-roll just reminded me that Cole's parents aren't gonna be there because even though they follow Zanab on Instagram, they don't want to meet her on camera. They don't want to meet her off camera. They're just waiting to see he says I do, and then they'll go ahead and meet her, which is just like, I don't know. Because Zanab, like, because she doesn't have mother and father there, she was hoping that Cole's parents would now become her family and she'd be accepted. But I know how this is gonna go, honestly. I don't know, man. I don't like how this looking for Zanab. She just needs somebody to love her. Jeez. So Cole showed up and he's just like, they're still figuring it out. And he's like, anything could happen. Excuse me? I get my makeup done. I get a dress. Bring my family, bring my peoples. And you talking about anything could happen? Anything better not happen. Only thing that should be happening is you saying yes. That's it. See, I couldn't be on a show like this because I get stressed out too easily. I need a guaranteed yes before the altar. Because like Alexa asked Brendan, like, what we doing? And I'm that girl. I need that. Don't surprise me at the altar. Have me looking foolish. Let me know from Jump Street. But anyways, all of Zanab's people come to surround her. Her stepmother, all her people come to surround her. So at least if worse comes to worse, she has her people there for her. So, Listen, I am absolutely swinging if Cole breaks Zanab's heart because, she's sitting with her grandmother talking about her parents once again, and she's like embarrassed to cry and she's saying it's not okay, but her stepmom, who basically is her mom now, is comforting her. And it's just like, Zanab is so sweet. She doesn't deserve to have her heart broken. Cole, you better say yes. You better say yes. If not, we can fight. I'm swinging. Y'all, Zanab is basically saying her parents are going to be in her heart with her all today, and she's saying she has 2 empty seats saved for them at the ceremony. If Cole breaks this girl's heart, if he breaks my heart, because now my heart is invested, like, she's so sweet, she just needs love. I want someone to love her. Oh, jeez, I feel it's gonna be annoying. Like, I can feel it in my bones. Nah, Zainab is too gorgeous in her wedding gown. I feel like all the girls kind of had like similar dresses, if you know what I mean. They all kind of went like form fitting, like, hugging their silhouette. And they all had like sparkly sequin dresses with like, I don't know, like, what do you call it? Like, there's stuff on top, like little lines, like little design lines on top. But she is absolutely stunning. And she's saying what I said. She's just like, she hopes when Cole sees her, he loses his mind, and he's just like head over heels. So that's what I'm checking for. Like, if he doesn't look like he's on the verge of tears when he sees her, I'm gonna scream. I am. Y'all, Cole's groomsmen are praying for him. So, like, they got him enrobed and they're praying for him. So, I hope this is a yes. I hope this means that this is a yes. Because you can't have people pray for you and then you say no. Like, you can't do that. Okay, moment of truth. She starts walking down the aisle and he's like smiling. Like his breath wasn't taken away, but I think maybe he's just trying to play it cool, but he's smiling. So that's a good sign because she is stunning. She is really stunning. Okay. I'm happy again. He told her she looks amazing. She looks like a vision, and she does. I'm like giggling. I'm like happy. I just want her to be happy so bad. I just want her to be happy so bad. Let's see. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Yo, they're trying to break my heart. They're talking about, can we have a moment of silence for the angels that are not here today? Like, I am gonna cry. Like, I'm gonna cry. Okay, so before we get the vows, Zainab is giving us a prayer. She's praying over this marriage, over this union. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully it works. Oh my gosh. Nah, I was here giggling and giddy because after she prayed for him, they both said they both had their own vows. So I was like, okay, Alex and Brennan had their own vows. And so I was like, I was giddy. And he was holding her hand saying, I want to kiss you. And she's like, not yet. And I was like, okay, we're gonna get a yes, we're gonna get a yes. And then they go to her like blah 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 blah, do you do? And she's just like, Cole, you've taught me so much about myself and who I am and the woman I am. And she's just like, if we're both honest with ourselves, we both know the type of woman that you need, and I am not that. Oh, what? What? You should have seen this man's face drop, because my face dropped. And because that's the thing, all along she was just so happy, and it was up until that point when she had to say I do or I don't, that's when her face dropped. Like, but that's the thing, I know she really does love him, but that thing about him needing the right woman for him, I think is true, because it's just like, even when they were having their issues and everything, he was just like, sometimes I feel like you don't like me or whatever, because he likes to play around a lot. But you know what? I am just glad it's not Cole saying no to Zainab. Because it's just like, Zainab is the Swedish and she deserves the world. So if that's her choice, that's her choice. Okay, so let's see Cole's reaction though. Oh no! Zainab is letting off the clip, because I thought it was just gonna be like, I'm not the girl for you type thing. He was gonna say okay or whatever. But she's like, nah, she's ethering him. She's just like, over the last couple months, I've tried to become this girl that you wanted, to manipulate myself to be her or whatever. And she's just like, you have disrespected me. You have insulted me. You have critiqued me, and for what it's worth, single-handedly shattered my self-confidence. Like, what? Everybody else and the audience is like, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, what? Like, nah. Zainab did not come to play. But to be fair, it's like, at any chance he got, he was just saying like, Zainab is the one he connects with emotionally, but physically not as much, maybe the way he would connected with Colleen. And on the outside, if he was to meet Colleen at a bar, he would talk to her or whatever, and Colleen's a 10 and Zainab's a 9. And that really did her head in, I guess. Like, gee, she ain't playing. So after she ethers him, she's like, I know you're a good man, but I wish I could have had more of that. And and it's quiet, you could hear a pin drop. A mouse could have run across that floor, pitter patter, and you would have heard it. But like she picks up her dress and clicks clacks, and then her stepdad walks with her, and everybody claps. Well, not everybody. Half the room, I guess, claps. Like, what? So listen, after Zaneb and her stepdad leaves, like Zaneb's whole was it left side party day, everybody just gets up and then they pan over to Cole's party. They're still sitting down, and then I guess the friends or brothers turn to each other like, I thought they were on the same page. They're like, I guess not. But it's like he played in that girl's face one too many times. She is too beautiful, she is too gorgeous, she's too much of a sweetheart to have a man playing in her face like that. So now Cole is pissed. He's just like, why has she never said that to his face? Like, why did she need to tell you that you insulted her and disrespected her and made her feel bad about herself? And you kept telling everyone that Colleen is a 10 and she's a 9. And like, please to be for real. And she's like, he's basically saying she could have said it before, but she chose to say it now in front of his friends and family, because she knew it would hurt more. I don't know, man. I guess them's the breaks. So Zanab's mother, well, I guess her mother has come to comfort her, and she's just saying she wished this was her bridal gown and she had gotten married today. And she's just reiterating that she loved him, but her forever love isn't meant to feel that way. And then cut to Cole, or all of his friends are surrounding him and hugging him, trying to make him feel good. Like, I could never be a guest for any of these experimental weddings, because it's like, no, I got questions. Are we still having food afterwards? Like, is there still gonna be cake? Like, or is it because like, what's happening? I know as well, but like, I go to weddings to like eat and enjoy myself. So I'm like, is food off the table? Is like, is the DJ still here? Yeah, Cole is in his feelings, because he's just like, I knew we had issues, but what she did, and like, Cole is going from sad to mad to sad to, like, he is going through it. And then Zanab is with her mother, just reiterating, like, she loves him so much, but she just couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. And I don't know, sometimes them's the breaks. Honestly, it's just like, you can love someone with your whole heart, but if it isn't meant to be, it isn't meant to be, because your peace is worth more than anything in this world. Your peace is precious. And they just seem so all over the place. Always up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. When they're good, they're great. When they're bad, it's trouble. And Cole, well, honestly, I guess you can see that they both loved each other a lot. It just wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze in Colleen and Matt into them, because I don't care about the pre-wedding, none of that. All I need to hear realistically, because even though Zanab and Cole are like sad, they're both heartbroken, they're like, okay, if you know what I mean. Like, there wasn't, worst come to worst, they got married, they would just have a lot of disagreements. This marriage with Colleen and Matt, no, this is where we get taken out of the experiment and into the real world, because there's real world circumstances, because it's just like, his anger is a literal actual problem, and I'm worried about her. So I don't care about the pre-wedding tux, dress, chit chat with family. I just need to know that she says no to him. So let's just get to that. Here we go with Colleen talking about, she is here steady trying to convince herself of some fugazi crap. She's talking about, we've had a lot of hurdles. Anytime you hear somebody say we've had ups and downs, like, a man could never say we had ups and downs. Ups and downs means I was a whole fool. I showed my entire AWS. So listen, okay, let's see her try to convince herself that it makes sense. Like, I'm sorry, she keeps saying they've had a lot of hurdles. It's been a roller coaster. They've had ups and downs. Like, girl, just say your man cannot control his anger and you are scared shitless. Just say that and run, please run. And baby girl is steady trying to convince herself. She's like, it's never boring, that's for sure. I can see her crying out for help in her eyes. Like, girl, no, no man should make you feel like that. Like, you never know how angry he's gonna get. Like, listen, I need to just get to the end of this. And here they go, recapping, doing the B-roll of all the times he got angry. And it's just like, oh, Jesus. One time he got angry because Cole and Colleen met up and they both said they're kind of each other's type. They would talk to each other in the real world if they met up at a bar. And then the second time she went out after they had a party for the cast. She went out with the girls and she called him to say where she was going. And she called him twice. They talked, but he was drunk and he forgot and he was ranting and raving and so pissed off. It's just like, if I don't get a no, I don't need two no's. I just need one no because, like, I need to know she's safe. Like, legitimately, I need to know she's safe. Here Matt goes talking with his friends, talking about he doesn't want the same thing to happen to him again. Basically, when he was younger, he got together with his high school sweetheart when they were teenagers. Anyways, they got married and she cheated on him and had a baby with the guy she cheated on him with. And ever since then, he's never healed, never been to therapy. Well, I'm assuming he hasn't been to therapy because, like, he's just a little bottle of rage. So here he go. Talking about he don't want to get his heart broken again. Sir, try therapy. That needs to be on a shirt, on a cup. Like, pass it out in pamphlets. Try therapy. Like, they're trying to make me feel good about this decision, trying to make it seem sweet, but it's like, I'm literally on the edge of my seat because I'm genuinely, that's what I mean, they take me out of this ish because I'm, like, genuinely worried for her safety. Like, he does not have a cap on his anger, and he's just like, he doesn't know what he's gonna say, and she doesn't, I really can't get lost in all the, like, pre-wedding stuff like how I did with other people because I'm generally worried for her. Okay, like, I'm legit skipping to the I do's or I don'ts. I just need an answer. That's it. So I can end this. So Colleen's father walks her down the aisle, gives her a cheek, and he's smelling, she's smelling, and I'm here with a screw face because I for real need to hear a no out of somebody. Somebody needs to step in and say no because Matt, try therapy. Try therapy. I need to hear a no. Better get a no. Oh gosh, like my body is actually genuinely tingling right now. Colleen is doing the whole smiley ups and downs, love you, crapple. And she says yes. Jeez. So I guess his backside is gonna say yes too. Let me just make sure. Okay, he said yes too, so I guess it's a done deal. Like, I wish that I could just say, oh, this is a TV thing, but I'm genuinely, legitimately, I care and I worry for her. But, I guess this is the end. They said yes, so, it is what it is, so, yeah. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be reviewing is the reunion. So, thank you for listening. It's your girl, Ella.